I think what really just kind of excites me and interests me about the residence coordinator job kind of on a week-to-week basis is just kind of like the variety of all the things that we get to do as a live-in professional staff member. Like there's days and weeks where I'm working and planning different kind of larger scale programs, and there's also like days and weeks I'm really focused on supervision with my students, my student staff members, and then there's other weeks that I get to really like sit down and have one-on-one conversations with some of our residents in our actual community, and kind of be able to support them and kind of help them in their day-to-day, whether it be through academics, through something we can support them on in the halls themselves. So it's really awesome being able to just work directly with students on a day-to-day basis.
Whether I'm going to check on a resident to see how they're doing, or whether it's a phone call that I'm giving to them, or whether I'm seeing them in the hallway, I'm constantly like looking for ways in order to build authentic relationships with them, in order for them to know me as their RC, and in order for me to know them as students as well.
So when I think of student staff supervision, being resident assistant and graduate residence coordinator, I definitely appreciate the autonomy that we have. We are truly given the tools that we need in order to create the staff that we feel like would be most beneficial for the community that we're serving.
So I think that when I'm talking about the support that I've received here at LSU, I think the one thing's really cool is it's really kind of a person-first department for us, which is really special in that I know that when I'm interacting with supervisors, collateral chairs, really anyone in a position where I'm able to go to them and kind of have conversations, I know that they care about me as like a human first, right? And not just somebody who kind of helps them keep the ship afloat. I really feel like they're committed to me as a person here first, and I think that that's been really great. So when I'm talking about support, I think that it goes beyond just like the professional like supervisor relationship, and it's really knowing that they're here and they have my back and they really care about me more than just someone who helps them, you know, keep the work going.
I think that there's been a lot of grace and compassion in the sense of like, I'm brand new to LSU, so you have to learn the inner workings. Like it's not some, you know, easy like 1 month thing of like, okay, I've got LSU and whatnot. There's a learning curve. And so I think that there's been a lot of grace and compassion from a lot of higher up and leadership to where they've been able to help us kind of mold and shape to like, okay, now I know how LSU works. I know a little bit more how about my professional self works, and I've been able to kind of merge those two together and become a pretty well-rounded professional here.
The LSU community itself is a really special one to be a part of. There's always something going on here, whether it's events that we put on or whether it's events in the greater Baton Rouge area. I think that there's always something to do at LSU. And I mean, you can't not talk about athletics here. There's always a game going on. There's always a competitive sports team to go watch. So if you're like me and you love sports, athletics, competition, LSU in Baton Rouge is a place for you.